Hi, just wanted to share this little technique I came up with. A fairly large window, 60 inches wide by uh, 52, 54, I believe, in a height. This is before the outer border was added. Just to show you my technique, how I actually flip the panel. With the bench laying flat, I put the extended legs, the 2x4s, on the side. I screwed them in really good and took everything out. I had lead below and all that so I can lift the whole bench up. And carefully, and this is all by myself, I lifted up the one side, on the left, and I teetered the bench. It was actually balancing on the leg, the actual bench leg. And then I slowly walked around the edge and walked around to the side with the stained glass on it and gently lowered it onto those extender pieces that I put on the sides. And the bench as well has a fairing strip along the bottom edge of the window. It's hard to see, but it's another piece, 1x3, or 3/4 inch by. It's like a wide fairing strip. I screwed to the bottom of the side of the bench on the bottom of the window, and at this angle, it's now easy to remove the panel without risking buckling or breaking pieces trying to flip it yourself. Flip the panel using the edge technique where you teeter the panel over onto the other side. Uh, Using the whole bench flip technique, it retains the integrity of the window because soldering on just one side, and also you're leaving the backside unsoldered that can bend when you're trying to bend the panel back onto the front to do the back. And if you've done large panels, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Being there's no bars in this window, it can easily bend along a water line, or and in worst case scenario, crack something. So this actually worked out really well. Some people say, "Hey, you're crazy." Let me tell you something. This worked out, and I had to flip it myself. I didn't have anyone to help me, so that inspired my ingenuity. And if I had to do it again, no doubt, I would definitely do it this way again. So here, you just lift up the panel. You can hold it by the sides, or one hand on the top and one on the side, to give you a little more stability. And lift it off the bench. You have to walk it down past the bench to actually spin it around. And as you do that, you walk to the edge where you can walk, hold the window standing up straight on the ground. Carefully walk around the window, pick it up again, spin it, and then bring it back on to the bench top, where you can now lower the bench and solder the other side. Like I said before earlier, this window is just the inside of a completed window that has a 2-inch border around it. So I couldn't build it on the bench without being able to move the inside area just to add that extra border. So this is kind of a necessity as well. Um, that's pretty much it. So, and the same thing when you go ahead and cement the window, being that the back will be up. Sometimes you want to cement the window the side you built from. So what that means is that the top, top side that you started with, the glass will lay lower into the lead channel. If there's any play, especially if you use a high heart lead, the glass will lay flatter toward the back side of the window. So what you really should do is, once you do solder the back, move it back to the front, walking out to the end, spinning around, and laying the front down facing upwards for cementing. So now when you cement, the cement will build up enough between the lead and the glass, and on that note, on the back, have less of a space where you would need to now fill that with cement, or smooth out any cement that oozed its way through. The cement I use is a thin peanut butter consistency, more of a thick pancake consistency, or thin peanut butter. You look at it either way. It does go through the panel when you're rubbing in the cement compound with a brush. So when you do flip it back over to do the back side, a lot of that cement will have oozed through somewhat. Not a lot, like dripping through, but you'll see it. So it's easy to. I mean, I've often just went over with my brush, my cementing brush, with a little bit of cement on it, and worked the cement that oozed through into the leads. It was enough to do it, actually. And then you finish off the back. You let it dry for. I typically both the front and the back, let the window dry overnight. Give it a full day of setting. This really allows the window to be worked on easily, without any issues with cement. It also cleans up nicer, and it allows you to do the back. When you do cement the back, you don't want to push the glass back the other direction. It won't really move much, but it could. So I mean, that's not a bad thing, but just do the front, let it set up overnight. Just leave it on the bench, leave it flat. And the beauty of that is also the putty that oozed through the panel that's now underneath the stained glass from sitting on the bench top. When you do flip it, that putty is still pliable because it was protected from the air. So that's like a little hidden an asset. I was going to say a hidden asset, or advantage of leaving it flat. You don't want to stand it up against something and let it dry out. Just leave you cement the front, let the window set up. I mean, at minimum 8 hours just to stiffen up. I usually go overnight, just let it sit. So I just wanted to share this video. There's a lot more going on than just a nice peacock window and some crazy guy flipping his bench. There's a lot more going on in this picture. So if you liked it, give me a comment below. If you want to know more about the window, I'll post some links to full-size images below. This window was featured in a stained glass magazine with the settings of it was an antique tub with the cloth feet, and it was a very pretty bathroom. I wish I had I have a picture of that, but I don't have a link to the article. I mean, I used to, but that's the little bit of extra story involved with this crazy picture you see. If you enjoyed my video, please like and subscribe, and click on the Holy Spirit window on the bottom right corner of this video. You take care. Have a nice day.